So many of you guys have been asking for another Dragonheir video, so we are back today in Dragonheir Silent Gods. I'm so excited to see such a large portion of our community is enjoying this game, and we have a banger of a video prepared. Thank you so much to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring this video. As you can see behind me, we are in the summoning portal, and as you can see up here, I have not done any summons yet in the game, even though I've been playing for a few days. More on that in a moment. But what I want to do as the meat of this video, on top of the endless codes that I'm going to share, we have so many freebies that you can get your hands on, but also I want to break down this new banner, brand shiny new banner for Nastjenka and Thelendor, because I think this is the strongest banner we have gotten so far in Dragonheir Silent Gods. So to recap, I've got a bunch of codes. I've tested every current code in the game to show you which are active. I've got my banger of a creator code, and then we're deep diving here into this banner. I'm going to break it all down for you. So if you're like me and you've been saving your summons, or you just bought new summons, or you just earned new summons from playing the game, you can know heading into this banner if this is the banner for you. But in my opinion, selected summons 11 is the one to go for. Speaking of all these summons in this video, because when I'm currently filming, I have to wait 1 hour and 23 minutes for this banner to actually go live, those summons will be in the next video. So get hyped for that. I will actually stream it the day this video comes out live on Twitch. So if you want to catch that, link in the description. However, I don't want to leave you guys hanging, so we will summon all of my Starlight dice. I've got 105, and it should be a lot of fun. The game has relaunched. It is better than ever, and it is available everywhere. If you are, though, in the US, on the Google Play Store and the App Store, the game is under the name Dragonstride Legacy Reborn. Additionally, if you're outside of the US, but your app store is in English, there is a chance it may be under Dragonstride as well. So in that case, if you can't find Dragonheir Silent Gods, just search Dragonstride Legacy Reborn. But for the vast majority of you non-Americans, it is simple. It is Dragonheir Silent Gods. And also, if you're in America and you're on Steam, so you're on PC, whatever you're doing, it's also going to be Dragonheir Silent Gods. You get it. You get it. The game's back. The game is beautiful. Dragonheir is available everywhere and on all devices. So if you want to start playing today, use my link in the description and the top pinned comment. Let's get into it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
As I mentioned, folks, I tested every current code that has been released since the relaunch of Dragonheir Silent Gods, and I'm going to tell you every single one that is currently active at the time of filming and releasing this video, and I'm going to tell you what each one is and what each one will give you. But maybe the juiciest thing of all is the creator code program they have set up. This also helps me, full disclosure. It is a very big benefit to me, but if you want to give back to my channel, me and the community, it's a good way to do it while ensuring you get a lot of amazing rewards along the way. So I'll put up my creator code now along with the benefits. They are significant. You can see just by using my creator code and linking your account, instantly you will get 50 Virmaro, 10,000 gold, and 10 purple Starlight dice. But the real benefits come after that. When every single account that uses my code hits level 39, I'm going to get 5 really good giveaways to give to the whole community. When every account further hits level 79, that's another 3 very good giveaways. How good? Well, let me show you. If we focus on the stuff on the right, the stuff on the left is for me, and it is really good, and I really do appreciate it. So if you want to support me and you want to support my channel, this is a really awesome way to do it. But let's focus on the right. You get those instant rewards I talked about. The 10 pull of Starlight dice, the 50 Virmaro or half a Heliolite summon, and the 10,000 gold. But this is what I think is so cool, and it encourages a lot of community engagement. Once you're linked, when every player that links hits level 39, I will be given 5 giveaways, and those giveaways will be 5 Starlight dice, 50 Virmaro, and 100,000 gold. I get 5 of those to give you guys every time a linked player that used my code hits level 39. It goes one step further though, because at level 79, I get 3 giveaways, and these ones are super juicy. Every time any player linked with my code hits level 79, I will get 3 giveaways for the community that will consist of 1 Heliolite dice, 50 Virmaro, and another 100,000 gold. Let's do some math. If 100 players link with my code and they get level 39 and then level 79, that is 8 giveaways per player. That is 800 giveaways I get to give you guys. If 1,000 players do it, that's 8,000 giveaways. This is a really, really cool program. I know I'm spending a minute on it, but trust me, I think it's really worth the hype. So how do you use my creator code and how do you link? Let's get that out of the way so we can go on to telling you every single active code currently live in the game and what they give. Simply put, you're gonna click your menu navigation compass button in the top right. Then you are going to this over here, this announcement notice. For me, it says new, but basically it's like a bulletin icon. You're gonna click that. And then you're going to go over here on the bottom that says bind your invitation code to claim a grand prize. Then click go to bind creators and it will pop open a new window. I'm going to drag it over here and simply you enter the invitation code here. Link invitation code. You'll have to log in. So I'll do that with my Google right now. All right, I'm logged in. Let's repaste link invitation code. Select your character. There I am. Confirm. And boom, shakalaka. You get the rewards right away. Let me show you in game right now. We can go to the mail. And here you go. They come individually, but we've got 10,000 gold, 10 Starlight summons, and 50 Virmaro. And you can see, though there is a pay-to-win function of this code that I get the kickback, if you're free to play like I am, you still get really good benefits. You still get the instant rewards, and you still earn for the community the giveaways when you hit level 39 and then level 79. All right, let's collect and let's move on to the codes you can redeem right now on top of this. They are juicy. I tested all of them. How do you get to the redeem code screen? Click the compass again in the top right. Then we go to settings, and then here it says redemption code pack. Click go, and then we start typing them in. So I tested every current code, and I'm going to include only the active ones and what they give. But if you see that I missed any that you know are active, let me know in the comment section below. So let's start out with the newest code. This came out just this morning at the time of filming, and actually this is the best code I've ever seen them release, at least since the relaunch. It is going to be WBTAIWAN. I think it probably is Welcome Back Taiwan. So let's confirm here. There we go. User has redeemed code. Let me show you. This code is tremendous. We've got 10 Heliolite summons. We've got 2 Master Scrolls, your legendary skill ups, 500,000 gold, and 500 Essence of Creation. Use this one right now. By the way, guys, these codes are case sensitive, so make sure you get them right. I will list all the codes in the description and the top pinned comment, so you can just copy and paste and make sure you get it right. I actually did have my own code, guys, but unfortunately the user limit has been reached. I shared that in my last video. Let's go to the next one now and see what it is. This is going to be Dragon Reborn. Let's paste that in and confirm redeemed successfully. This one ain't much, but it's still good. 3 stamina refills, 3 bread. Now we've got another good one and another newish one, so maybe you don't have it. This is simply Welcome Back, all caps, redeemed successfully. That will give you 1 10 pull of Starlight dice. Not as crazy as the WB Taiwan with the 10 Heliolite pulls, but still very good. Next up, in honor of the Divine Ascetic or Sun Wukong, we have got Monkey King. Let's redeem that. Boom shakalaka. Pretty juicy one here. That is going to be 200 Virmaro, aka 2 Heliolite dice. We love that. Now the next one is going to be APK Pure 999. Redeemed successfully. Wouldn't you know it? That is another 10 purple Starlight dice summons. Next one is going to be DRAGONXDND. Make sure you spell all these correctly and you get the capitals right. Again, you can just copy and paste from my description of this video or the top pinned comment. Redeemed successfully. This one pretty nice. That is going to be a legendary skill up. You've got a Master Scroll right here. And finally, we have Reborn Day 7. This is a newer one. And there you go. That is the final code of the bunch. Like I said, there are other codes, flying around out there, but from all the ones I tested, a lot of those have the limits reached or are no longer working. What you just saw me do and what I have written in the description and the top pinned comment was every code that actually worked, is actually still giving rewards, is actually still active. And that last code, do not miss it, Reborn Day 7. That is 5 more Heliolite die. So let's collect all of that. And that's pretty spicy. From all those codes, you're getting 30 Heliolite dice, 3 legendary skill ups, 3 master scrolls. We are getting 1,676,666 gold, 2,500 essence of creation, 3 stamina, 30 Starlight summons, 200 Virmaro, and 2 of your epic skill ups, these Scholar Scrolls. All right, folks, we love freebies, we love codes, all that good stuff, but we also love summons, and the best summoning banner is going live now in Dragonheir since the game relaunched and was truly reborn, and that is going to be this one over here for Nastjenka and Thelendor. This thing is spicy. This is a banner where you're specifically summoning for Lightning and Radiance units. Essentially, this is a Resplendence summon pool, right? Because Lightning and Radiance in Dragonheir for this season have a mutual elemental affinity bond skill. So you're kind of getting those teams sorted as you summon through, because not only are the featured premium heroes in this legendary pool those affinities, but all the other legendaries are, as well as all the other epics. And is it true even still? Yes, it is even true of the rares. So you're really going to fill out that roster. This is a really nice place to summon. There are some phenomenal heroes here. I'm not going to break down every single one. I want to focus on our premiums, and I actually want to focus most on Nasjanka because that is who I'm going for. I think she is completely and utterly broken. She is the definition of an OP DPS in this game, but Thelendor is still really cool. So let's actually start with him, and we'll wrap things up with Nastjenka. But I just want to get it out of the way. I think this pool is amazing. I think this selected summons is very strong. Let's get into it. Let's start with Thelendor. He is our Radiance unit. Nastjenka will be the Lightning unit. We have 1 representative from each affinity as the premium selected summons in this pool. Again, though, it's all working together well because they share that Resplendence bond skill, that mutual shared elemental affinity bonus that Lightning and Radiance have together. Thelendor is a very interesting unit as a rally style hero. So in Dragonheir, you have bonds among affinities, but you also have bonds among class or type or style or school, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it type. So he's a rally type hero. And as you get more rally allies, you are going to get boosted rally effects. And rally is a stackable thing. We're going to break it all down now. That really plays nicely into his kit in conjunction with his passive over here. It makes him a lot stronger. So what is the rally bonus? When you have 2 rally allies on your team, you will trigger a rally effect every 30 seconds. What is that? Well, all rally allies will gain 1 stack of rally. You can have up to 3 stacks. So when you've got 2 rally allies, every minute and a half, you'll get a full 3 stacks. If you've got 3 or more rally allies, this trigger happens every 20 seconds. So you can get 1 stack every 20 seconds or a full 3 stacks in a minute. That is pretty dang cool if we go to Thelendor's passive over here, because for each stack of rally consumed when he goes to cast his ult, that ult, the instance of damage, will ignore 10% of the enemy's defense. So if you have 3 stacks, you're ignoring 30% of the defense. With his ult, it is a big burst. He's doing these random hitters left, right, and center of radiant damage. It is incredibly strong. And again, it gets stronger with additional rally stacks that he consumes. So if he consumes only 1 stack, each enemy can be struck 3 more times. So to begin with, each enemy can be struck up to 6 times with those random radiant hits going everywhere. If you've got 2 stacks that he consumes, he will also, on top of the first effect, the 3 more strikes, he's going to reduce the interval of channeling Moonlight Beams to 0.2 seconds. So instead of it happening every 0.25 seconds, now it is happening every 0.2 seconds. This effect lasts 6 seconds. So if we do some quick math, instead of there being 24 hits, right, 4 hits per second, it is now going to be 30 hits, 5 hits per second. That is very nice. And then if you have 3 stacks consumed, which is what I suggest, you'll get the first 2 effects, and additionally, the Moonlight Beams of this radiant DPS energy he's doing will first focus fire on the enemy with the lowest current HP and increase the subsequent damage by 20% if the enemy is defeated. So if he gets a pickoff kill, he's going to ramp up his damage by 1.2x. It is very spicy. He is really good. It's just when you see Nastjenka, you'll see she's really, really good. To round out the rest of the kit, we talked about the passive, we talked about the ultimate. Let's talk over here about his aura. This is a very strong attack aura, but it is specifically for dungeon battles. If you're familiar with my channel, and particularly my Dragonheir content, I love to say We love an all battles aura. I like having an aura that I can count on in all pieces of content. However, as you build up so many units together with the new resonance level system, it's going to be easier to try out really specific combinations in this game. So more niche auras will get more play. This is pretty dang strong. 30% attack in all dungeon battles. The only thing left to cover is going to be his S2, his second skill over here, Lunar Arrival. This will deal 450% attack, radiant damage to surrounding enemies. So this is a proper AoE. This functionally can feel like an AoE because it's this crazy burst that's happening. At max skill ups, it's either 24 hits, or if you have at least 2 stacks of rally consumed, it's 30 hits. It's going to feel like an AoE, but this is just a traditional AoE, a nice little AoE burst of radiant damage in that range. Pretty dang strong. Let's go now, though, to, in my opinion, the girl of the hour, Nastjenka, the nasty girl herself. Is it Nastjenka? Nastjanka? Something like that? Let me know in the comments. We're going to call her Nasty. Whenever I see Nast as part of a character name in any game or anything, I like to call that character Nasty, so Nasty it is. And she is disgusting. She is nasty. Her damage is something else. She is incredibly cool. And like I said, she is a lightning unit, so she shares in this Resplendence shared elemental affinity bonus. But for her type, she is a Dauntless style unit. So what happens with a Dauntless unit? This is pretty specific to lightning units. And essentially, when you basic attack, you have the chance to bring in a Thundercloud that deals additional damage. If we click on the tooltip over here for Thundercloud, you'll see the Thundercloud wields a weapon of 3 capabilities. If it triggers multiple assistances in quick succession, its weapon temporarily upgrades to the next level. You can sustain high-frequency basic attacks to maintain Thundercloud's weapon enhancements. So it's this cloud that has a chance to trigger, and if you've got a lot of units doing basic attacks, especially a lot of Dauntless units, you get a lot of very cool DPS. And then if we go over here, you'll see for every 10 assistances triggered by Thundercloud, released a burst of electric arcs dealing lightning damage over a short duration. So it's this big bursty lightning damage that comes. So if she's doing a lot of basics, which she will, she has something in her kit that even counts as a basic, even though it technically isn't. They code it that way. You'll see in a second, it's very strong. You've got other Dauntless allies doing the same. She can really pop off, and a Dauntless comp can do a lot of crazy stuff. She's going to be really meta, I think. I think she's so freaking strong. So, if you have 2 Dauntless allies, the Thundercloud has a 40% chance to perform a coordinated attack. So when you do the basic, there's a 40% chance the Thundercloud is joining in. And then, if you've got 3 or more Dauntless allies, that chance rises to 50%. So you can see not such a dramatic increase, which means it is fairly min-max, fairly viable to run just 2 Dauntless units. It's not max potential, but it's 80% of the way there, right? 40 compared to 50, a 10% less chance. It's not the worst thing in the world. So you could totally run like 2 Dauntless units and get a very good use out of this type bond skill, the Dauntless type bond skill, and get a 3 ally boost from that type bond skill. Let's get into the kit now. I said I like an all battles aura, and there you go. Increases all allies attack by 24% in all battles. I really think Nastjenka is the kind of unit you're going to use in just tons of content, so you'll make really good use out of that. If we go to the skills now, the S1 Black Plume, for every 3 seconds the hero survives, gains 1 stack of Black Stork's Feather, and this is permanent and cannot be dispelled. It stacks up to 10 times. Every 10% of the hero's extra attack speed will be converted into 1.5% extra crit rate. So do some math. In 30 seconds, you'll have a max 10 stacks. That means 50% additional attack speed. It is 5% additional attack speed per stack, and 1.5% of that additional attack speed is going to be crit rate. So this gives her 7.5% more crit rate. She will be faster. Faster means more speed, means more basic attacks, which means more opportunities to get those Thunderclouds going. The whole kit works so well. She's so good. She specifically has gotten me so excited to be back in Dragonheir. I really, really hope I'm able to get enough summons together and I'm able to get her. I think we should make it. Let's go to the S2 now. Talon flashes to the enemy with the lowest current HP and deals 200% lightning damage as a form of an attack 3 times. So in total, that's 600% damage as a triple hitter single target move. This skill, though it is her S2, though it is super strong, will be counted as a basic attack and is guaranteed to be cast as the battle starts. So right when the battle begins, she's going to cast this. When she casts this skill, it counts as casting a basic attack, and you'll see it happens every 10 seconds. That is very good, right? Because this skill has a chance to trigger the Thundercloud. So it just synergizes even better with her being this monster of a Dauntless unit. And then finally, the Wild Ultimate, Wild Beak, deals 720% attack lightning damage to enemies in range. It's a nice AoE attack for the next 10 seconds. When allies launch basic attacks on any enemy, there is a 40% chance of launching a feather that deals 125% attack lightning damage. Dauntless heroes have double the trigger chance. So instead of a 40% chance, when any Dauntless hero attacks for the next 10 seconds after this ultimate, there's an 80% chance they're going to trigger that feather with that extra lightning damage. And these additional attacks, these feathers being launched whenever they're getting triggered, those are going to count as more basic attacks, which means more instances, or as they put it here, assistances from the lightning cloud, which means you will more frequently hit the 10 assistances needed to be triggered by the thundercloud to release the big bursts of the electric arcs and get that extra lightning damage. I think you get the hype. She is so freaking good. Let me know if you guys agree. I think this is just, she's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This is a very exciting summoning pool, and I can't wait to summon for it. Remember, when this video goes live, I will go onto Twitch, and we will be doing our summons over there for Nastjenka. We'll see how many Healite summons we can get together. If we take a peek now, I've got 85, and then I've got just over 5,300 Virmaro, so we're talking like 138. We're obviously going to need a bit more, but we've got time. We certainly have time, so it should be pretty dang good. To wrap up the video, I figure let's do some cheeky Starlight summons. You never know. We might get some really good epics, and we do have that 0.2% chance to hit legendary. Let's get after it, and let's wrap this thing up. I'll just do 100 right now. We'll keep it nice and even. 100 Starlight summons. I do want to quickly say thank you again to Dragonheir for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to start playing, absolutely use my link in the description and the top pinned comment. The game is back. The game is cool. It's a lot of fun. I think you will enjoy it. Also, if you're new here, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and be sure to use my creator code and all those active promo codes, redeem codes that I walked you through. Ooh, here's an epic. Is it a dwarf? We love a dwarf. Getuna. Radiance damage. She's a rally unit. All right. That could go really nice with Thelendor. Let's keep it moving, though. I'm going to do another 80 here. Let's skip the animation and let's see. All rares. There is a tell. I'm not going to tell you guys here. Maybe I'll do it in a future video, but you can tell if it's going to be legendary. But I know some people don't like those spoilers. We're getting tons of Essence of Creation, so that's pretty nice. We get some epics, please. Okay, there we go. This is the boy, Horus. Horus was my tank for so long during the first run of this game. Very good fire tank. Really like him. And he's a dwarf, so I love him. He looks really cool. Do 50 more here. Let's cook. Excellent. Tons of Essence of Creation. Filling out the Pokédex of rares. Ooh, cheeky. Folly. I did not like her so much on my first playthrough. 2023, 2024. Maybe she's different now. We'll check her out in the future. I don't know if there's a tell to know if there's any epics, but certainly there is one for legendaries. Ooh, double epic. There's a new guy. This is a poison boy, I believe. Yes, Eli. He's kind of spicy. And who's this? Ooh, Dalbam. I don't think I know Dalbam. I don't recognize Dalbam. I like saying that name, though. Dalbam. All right. That was anticlimactic. No, I said 100. That's 100. We'll end it there, guys. Again, if you want to download Dragonheir and start playing, absolutely use my link in the description and the top pinned comment. Also in the description and the top pinned comment, you'll find all the active codes as well as my creator code. Thank you guys so much. I have been Fastidious. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, let me know in the comment section below. Share with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.